For many years, thousands of alien ships passed near Earth, but they all did one strange thing. They never came close. Some turned away. Some disappeared. Some even warned others, stay away from Earth. No one on Earth knew the reason. Something was hidden, something powerful. Now, someone is about to find it. Scene 2, Space Research Center, Pakistan. Ion was a young space scientist. He worked in a quiet lab near the mountains. He didn't have many friends. Had a smart AI assistant. Her name was Mira. One night, Ion found something strange in the data. He looked at radio signals from space. Most were normal, static, noise. But one signal was different. Mira asked, "Do you want to decode it?" Ion smiled. Of course. They started decoding the signal. Line by line. Word by word. After 1 hour, Mira stopped. She looked confused. "This message is not human," she said. "It's from an alien source." Ion's eyes went wide. Scene 3's signal translated. The message was short, but terrifying. "Do not go near Earth. It is dangerous. They are sleeping, but they will wake up." Ion stood up from his chair. "What does this mean?" he whispered. "Who is sleeping? Why is Earth dangerous?" He looked at Mira. "Can you find the source of the message?" Mira replied. "Yes." The signal bounced off something in orbit. Ion stared at the screen. A satellite appeared. But it was not. From NASA. Not from Russia. Not Chinese. Unknown origin. Unknown tech. And it was watching Earth. Scene for satellite activation. Ion focused his telescope on the satellite. It looked old, damaged. But then, it moved. Lights turned on. Myra screamed, "It's scanning us." The satellite sent another signal. This time, in English, "You have been seen. The countdown has begun. They're waking up." Ion's heart raced, shouted, "Who are they?" Suddenly, Mira showed him old records. Secret files from 2087. A science experiment named Project Ascension. The files were red-marked. Top secret. Shut down. Danger level. Maximum. Ion tried opening them. Access denied. But Mira said, "I found something." Look. A hidden image. Appeared a man, hooked to machines, his eyes glowing. Not alive. Scene 5, Underground Archives. Ion drove to an old underground science facility. It was dark, full of dust and silence. But Mira guided him with satellite maps. Inside, he found broken computers and a locked door. He used Mira's hacking program. The door opened, gas sprayed. Cold air rushed out. There, inside a cryo chamber, was the same man from the image. Ion walked slowly. The man's body was still. No heartbeat. No breathing. But suddenly his eyes opened. Bright white light flashed. A voice echoed not from his mouth, but in Ion's mind. "You brought them back." Scene 6. Final moments. Ion fell to the ground. He was shaking. The man stood up, slowly. His feet didn't touch the floor. He was floating, and his body began to change. Light ran through his veins like electricity. Mira's voice was weak. "Ion, he is not human anymore." The man looked at Ion and said, "Earth was a prison. They locked them here, and you." "Open the door," Ion whispered. "What did I do?" But the man didn't answer. Instead, he raised his hand. The same strange signal from space now came from inside him. All around the world, deep under the oceans, in deserts and under mountains, something started to wake up. Ending scene. Alien Council. Far away. Galaxy, in a dark alien chamber. Many eyes watched the Earth. One elder alien said, "The human touched the signal. The seal is broken." Another replied, "It has begun." Again, in the year 2087, the world was different. Nations were at peace. Technology was growing fast, but deep under a mountain base, a secret project was running. Its name was Project Ascension. The goal? To unlock the full power of the human brain? To create the next step of human evolution, scientists believed humans used only 10% of their brain. What if they used 100%? The project had many test subjects, most failed. Some died, but one man survived. His name was Subject Zero, Scene 2. Present-day Ion's lab. Ion sat in his lab, shocked. The man he found in the frozen chamber was Subject Zero. Still alive after more than 50 years, Mira said. His body is different. He's not aging, not fully human, Ion replied. Then what is he? Suddenly, alarms started ringing. Subject Zero was gone. The cryo chamber was empty. Mira checked the footage. The man didn't walk. He disappeared in thin air. Vanished. Like a shadow. Scene 3. Strange sightings begin that same night. People across the world reported strange things. In India, a mountain started glowing. In Brazil, animals ran from the jungle in fear. In Siberia, the sky turned red for 10 seconds. The media called it weather. But Mira told Ion, it's all connected to Subject Zero. Mira decoded another hidden part of the alien signal. If he returns, the gate will open, and the forgotten will rise. Ion was confused.
Who are the forgotten?
Seen for alien perspective, far galaxy far from Earth. In the alien High Council, fear was rising. One alien general shouted, they reactivated the project. Earth is unstable. The elder replied, Subject Zero survived.
That changes
everything. Another added, if the gate opens, will not survive. The aliens were not planning to invade Earth. They were planning to destroy it, not to attack humans, but to stop what is buried under Earth. Scene 5. The vision begins back on Earth. Ion started seeing visions. Flashes of strange symbols. Old languages he never studied. He saw a giant doorway, a gate made of light and stone. Subject Zero appeared in his dreams. You are the next, the voice said. You were chosen. Ion asked, chosen for what? Subject Zero replied, to finish what I started. Scene 6. The hidden file. Mira unlocked the final secret from the Project Ascension files. It said, Subject Zero's brain unlocked something ancient, not evolution, not mutation, but connection, to a force that was sleeping deep inside Earth. Ion's face turned pale. So, Earth was never just our home? Myra answered. Earth was a prison. Long ago, something powerful was locked deep inside it, and Subject Zero was the key. Scene 7. The secret gate. Myra tracked strange energy signals under a forgotten location. Baluchistan Desert, Pakistan. Near an old ruin. Ion traveled there. No people, just wind and sand. He used a scanner. Underground was massive gate. He placed his hand on the ground. For a second, he saw the past. Humans, aliens, an ancient war. A great battle, a prison being built. And beings with glowing eyes, screaming in anger, Mira whispered, this is the place. The first seal. Final. Scene. Subject Zero returns. The air changed. Subject Zero appeared beside Ion, his feet floating above ground. He was calm. His eyes glowed white. Ion asked, what are you? A god? A ghost? Subject Zero replied, I was human once, but now I am the warning. He raised his hand and the ground cracked. The gate pulsed with light. From below, something moved, a deep, ancient sound. Subject Zero looked at Ion. They will rise, and when they do, only humans can stop them or set them free. In a distant galaxy, light years away from Earth, a huge alien station floated in space. Inside, powerful alien leaders were gathered. One of them, with silver skin and 6 eyes, stood up. The signal has been touched, he said. Earth is no longer silent. Another alien replied. They found Subject Zero. A large hologram of Earth floated above the table. All the aliens looked at it with fear, not anger. They were not planning to attack Earth. They were hoping Earth would stay quiet. Forever, but now Earth was waking up. Scene to Earth, Ion's lab back on Earth. Ion was watching the data Mira collected. Strange. Energy readings were rising. Earth's magnetic field was behaving strangely. Some satellites had gone offline. Birds were flying in circles. Oceans showed signs of deep tremors. AYAN spoke softly. "Something big is coming," Mira said. "And someone is watching us." She showed a map. In the last 24 hours, an unidentified object entered Earth's orbit. No country had launched it. No record. No signal. No heat, just one shape, smooth, black, moving silently, a spaceship. Scene 3, First Contact. The alien breaks the rule. Inside that ship was a rebel alien captain. His name was Velkar. He broke the Alien Council's law by coming to Earth. Why? Because he had seen a vision. He saw Earth turning into something no alien had imagined. Not a danger to others, but a threat to the entire universe. He landed his ship in a remote desert in Pakistan. As he stepped out, the ground beneath him vibrated. He whispered, "The seal is weakening. It's real. ... Started searching. For one person, Ion. Scene 4. Ion meets the alien Myra, detected a new signal near Ion's location. Not hostile, but different. Intelligent.AIN followed the signal and reached an empty canyon there. Standing alone was VAEL-KAR, tall, metallic armor. 4 arms, no weapon in hand. Ion slowly stepped forward. "Who are you?" he asked. Vel-KAR looked at him. His voice echoed without moving his mouth. "You touched the signal. You are part of it now." Ion asked, "What signal?" Velkar replied. "The prison signal. Earth was not your planet. It was their cage. And now, the cage is opening." Scene 5. Alien Truth revealed. Velkar showed Ion a hologram from his ship. It showed Earth. But not as a blue planet. Instead, it was red. It's covered in storms. "Broken lands. VAE, Elkar said. Long ago, your planet held the most dangerous beings in the galaxy. They were not killed. They were sealed deep under your oceans, deserts, and mountains. We placed warning satellites around Earth. We marked it forbidden." Ion asked. "Then why didn't you just destroy Earth?" Velkar looked away. "Because something inside Earth was human." Scene 6. Ion's growing power back at the lab. Mira warned Ion. His body was changing. He could touch metal and know its age. He could hear voices that didn't use words. He saw symbols in the air that no one else could see. Veil-KA examined him and said, "You carry the echo." Ion asked, "What is that?" Velkar replied, "It is a part of the prison's key, a code inside certain humans. That's why Subject Zero changed. And now, it's waking in you too." Scene 7. Earth reacts around the world. Strange. Events increased. A baby in Kenya spoke a lost alien language. An old temple in Nepal started glowing at night. Ancient stones in Egypt moved slightly without machines. Governments thought it was natural. But Velkar knew the truth. These are signs. Earth is remembering what it used to be. Ion asked, "And what was that?" Velkar looked at the sky. Not a home. A battlefield. A tomb. Final scene. The gate pulses again in the desert. The gate Ion discovered began to glow. This time not blue. "What?" But red. Mira screamed. "A pulse is coming." Ah! A huge wave of energy burst from the ground. Every alien ship in orbit felt it. Every human dream was filled with strange whispers. Subject Zero appeared once more. His voice was in every radio, every phone, every mind. "They are coming. They do not forget. And now, they remember." Far across the stars, in a massive alien station, panic had started. The signal from Earth had reached many galaxies. An old alien stood and said, "Subject Zero has returned. The gate is shaking. Earth is waking up." Another asked in fear, "What about the echo? Has it chosen another host?" The screen showed a picture of one young man. AYAN. The room became silent. He is the new anomaly, seen to Earth. Ion's lab. Myra's scan results. Ion was standing still, sweating. His heart was normal. But Myra said something shocking. "Your brain activity is 400% higher than yesterday." Ion looked confused. "I feel strange, like..." "Ion, seeing things before they happen. Mira replied, "Your DNA is changing. Slowly, you're not just human anymore." He could now hear electric sounds from wires. He could hear Mira's circuits think. He touched a broken machine and it turned on. Scene 3. Memory that doesn't belong. At night, Ion saw a dream. But it wasn't a dream. It felt like a memory, but not his own. He was in space, wearing strange armor, fighting creatures made of shadows and light. He woke up gasping. Mira asked, "What did you see?" Ion replied, "A war. It's not on Earth. Long ago I was someone else." Scene for alien captain explains the truth. Velkar, the rebel alien. Captain entered the lab. He stared at Ion. "You are the human anomaly now. The second one, after Subject Zero." Ion asked, "What does that mean?" Velkar said, "You are evolving beyond human limits, but not by accident. The prison energy is choosing you, because it needs a gatekeeper. Or a weapon." Scene 5. A hidden message from Subject Zero. Mira suddenly found a strange file inside her own memory. It was hidden, planted by Subject Zero. She opened it. A hologram appeared. Subject Zero's voice played. "If you are hearing this, the echo has moved to a new host. You are me, but stronger. Earth is not waking up. It is remembering, and you must decide. Protect the prison, or release what sleeps." Scene 6. Ion's power grows. Ion stepped outside. Birds stopped flying. The air felt heavier. Clouds moved around him like they knew who he was. He raised his hand, and the sand formed symbols in the air. Vel-KR watched in shock. No human has done this before, not even Subject Zero. Ion's eyes glowed faintly. "Don't know what I'm becoming, but I can feel. It's them watching, whispering." Scene 7. New symbols. Ancient secrets. Mira found new symbols across ancient human ruins. Mohenjo-Daro, Stonehenge, they were all the same. They matched the symbols Ion was creating in the sand. Vel-Kar translated. These symbols are keys, part of a code to unlock the final gate. Ion asked, "Who built the gate?" Velkar looked away. "Not us. Not even the ancient aliens. Something older." Scene 8. Warning from the future. Suddenly, a hole opened in the sky. A portal. From it came a human, but not from the present. He was from the future. Wounded, armor broken. Holding strange tech, he looked at Ion and said, "You must not let them out. We lost everything. Earth burned. Stars died." Ion asked, "Who are you?" He replied, "I'm you, from 300 years later." And then he collapsed. The final scene. The gate cracks in the desert. Under the ruins, the massive underground gate cracked. Slightly. Red light poured out like blood. The ground shook across 4 continents. People around the world heard the same words in their dreams. The echo grows, the gate weakens, and the anomaly must choose. Ion stood at the center of the storm and said, "Then I choose to find the truth." In the early hours of the morning, the ground shook, not just in one country, but across the globe. From the deserts of Pakistan to the caves in Africa, to the ice of Antarctica. The news channels were confused. No volcano, Kuda, no tectonic activity. Still, the earth moved. But it wasn't just an earthquake. It was something waking up. Seen to Ion sees through the earth. Ion stood in silence. He placed his hand on the ground. Suddenly, his eyes rolled back. He saw layers of earth. Like pages of a book, he saw cities under cities. Ancient machines, long-dead creatures, and gates. Massive stone gates buried deep underground. Ion fell to his knees. Mira rushed to him. "What did you see?" He replied, "They're not under us. They're inside the earth." Scene 3. Hidden tunnels discovered with Myra's help. Idan tracked one strange signal under Baluchistan. There, hidden under rock and desert, was a forgotten tunnel. He entered with the drone. Old walls, unknown writings. No dust. As if the place was still, live. On the walls were carvings of humans and aliens working together. Building something at the center of the tunnel, there was a giant sealed door, made of black stone, covered in symbols, and it was humming. Scene for future humans message the injured future version of Ion. It's found in part 4. Finally wakes up. He says, "This gate is the first seal. We kept it closed. But now, it's weakening." Ion asks, "What's behind it?" Future Ion replies, "Not monsters, not aliens. Something worse versions of us. ... That never stopped evolving. They are not evil. They are not human anymore." Scene 5. Government interference suddenly. Military trucks arrive. Global governments had tracked Ion's movements. A general steps out. "We'll take it from here. This is now a classified zone." Ion says, "You don't understand. You're making a mistake." But they don't listen. They bring heavy machines and try to break the door open. Myra warns. Energy levels are unstable. Something is moving inside. A loud noise is heard. Boom. The machines stop working. Soldiers scream. The door begins to open on its own. Scene 6. The things that come out asterisk from the gate. Figures begin to emerge. They look human, but taller. Paler eyes like stars. Their skin glows. Their minds speak without sound. They are not aggressive, but they are not afraid either. One of them walks up to Ion and says, "You opened the gate. We warned you before. You forgot." Valkar, the alien captain, arrives late, his face full. Of fear? No. It's too early. They should not be here. Scene 7. The truth revealed by the underground beings. One of the glowing beings touches Ion's forehead. He sees a vision. A world where humans became gods, but power made them unstable. They were sealed underground for their own protection. Subject 0 was the first to break the seal. Ion is the second. A voice says, "We are your future. You were not ready then. Are you ready now?" Scene 8. The gatekeepers roll. The underground beings offer a choice. Close the seal and live in ignorance, or open the rest and face what humanity truly is. Ion looks at Myra, then at future Ion, then at VAEL-KAR. Everyone is afraid. AYAAN stands tall and replies, "I will open the second gate, but not out of fear. Out of faith." Final scene. The second gate awakens in Antarctica. Sensors go dark. Something massive shifts under the ice. Another gate larger than the first begins to glow from beneath the snow. Across Earth, people feel it in their dreams. We are the forgotten. We are returning. Across Earth, the sky changed. Millions of people looked up and saw strange lights. Dozens of massive ships appeared above major cities. No warning, no message, no sound, just silence. And fear. Governments declared emergencies. Military jets were launched. Missiles were locked. The people thought it's war. But they were wrong. Scene 2. Valkar's warning in Ion's lab. Valkar looked at the ships on the screen. His face was calm, but sad. "They are not here to attack your people," Ion asked. "Then why have they come?" Valkar replied. "To destroy what's under your feet. The second gate. The ancient force. If they don't, it will destroy everything, including them." Scene 3. Antarctica. The target asterisk alien ships focused on one place. Antarctica. There, under the ice, was Gate 2. Bigger, stronger. Older alien beams started hitting the ice. They weren't firing at humans, but at the gate itself. The Earth trembled. Myra said, "They're trying to destroy the gate before it opens." Scene 4. Human military reacts, but humans didn't understand. Fighter jets attacked the alien ships. One general shouted, "Protect Antarctica! Do not let them attack our land." Missiles launched. Alien ships fired defensive energy shields. Not weapons. They tried not to harm anyone, but after 2 ships were hit, they retaliated. One city lost power. Other sky turned black. Not death, not destruction, just a warning. Scene 5, Ion's race against time. Ion, with Mira and Velkar, reached Antarctica. There, he saw what no one had ever seen. Second gate, now fully exposed, glowing like a sun under ice, it was pulsing, like a heartbeat inside it. Something was alive. Ion stepped forward. The gate reacted to him. Symbols rose from its surface. Mira whispered, "It's syncing with you. You're its key." Scene 6. The voice inside the gate. Ion heard a voice in his mind. It was not human, not alien. "You opened one door. Do you wish to open another?" Ion replied. "Who are you?" the voice said. "We are what you could become. You fear destruction, but we offer evolution. See your true form." Scene 7. The alien strike team lands suddenly. A small alien team landed near the gate. Elite warriors. No weapons drawn. They approached Awaya. "Anne," the leader said, "we beg you, shut this gate. You think we fear your power, but we fear your past. Your kind has done this before. You've lost control." Velka added, "You were gods once, but you fell." Scene 8. The inner conflict. Ion looked at Mira. "Every time I come close to the truth, everyone wants me to stop. But what if we're not weak? What if we're not monsters? What if this is who we're meant to be?" Mira replied softly, "Even power needs guidance. Weapon is nothing without a purpose." Scene 9. The gate activates **** without warning. The gate pulsed hard. A crack opened. A being of light stepped out. Humanoid, floating, eyes full of stars, not angry, not violent, just ancient. It looked at Ion. "You are the second key. You carry the seed of return." Behind it, thousands more stood in darkness, waiting. Final scene. Impossible choice. The alien fleet charged its weapons. One more second and they would vaporize the gate. Mira shouted, "If they fire, the whole continent could break." Ion had 1 second to decide. Shut the gate forever, or let the beings come through. He placed his hand on the gate. It asked, "Do you wish to evolve or remain?" Ion closed his eyes, whispered, "I choose to remember." Ion placed his hand on the second gate. It glowed like a second sun. The ancient voice inside the gate spoke again. "You have chosen memory, not fear." The ground shook. The ice cracked. Above, the alien ships held their fire, waiting, watching, but the gate did not fully open. Instead, it transferred energy into Ion. Scene 2. Ion's transformation begins. Ion screamed. His body lit up with golden lines, veins glowing like fire. He floated above the ground. Myra shouted, "His DNA is rewriting itself." Velkar fell to his knees. "It's happening. It's becoming the weapon, not a machine, not a god, but something in between, a human. Weapon created by the gate." Scene 3. Flashbacks from the gate. Ion's mind traveled through time. He saw visions. Ancient humans glowing like stars. Earth long before recorded history. A war between evolved humans and dark energy beings. A final decision. Seal the evolved ones underground to protect the galaxy. The last voice whispered, "Only one born on Earth can stop what's coming. You are that one." Scene 4. The dark energy awakens in the deepest part of the Earth. Something responded to Ion's power. The Dark Ones, trapped for thousands of years, felt the signal. Eyes opened in the blackness. They whispered together, "The weapon has risen. The war begins again." Scene 5. Subject 0 returns ***, back in Pakistan. The original test subject, Subject 0, stood on a mountain, smiling. His eyes were glowing red. "Finally another like me, but stronger." He raised his hands, and cities across the world began to lose power. People fainted. Skies turned dark. Subject 0 sent a message to Ion. "Come find me, or watch Earth fall." Scene 6. Ion's new powers. Ion returned to his lab, glowing with energy. He could now hear signals, feel thoughts, and control machines without touching them. He looked at Mira. "I can stop him. I have to." Asked, "What are you now?" Ion replied, I am the lock. I am the weapon. I am the line between life and extinction. Scene 7, training with Veilkar. Veilkar helped Ion control his powers. He showed him how to open small gates, ancient languages, and connect to lost technology. But every time Ion used his power, it awakened more of the enemy, Mira warned. Every step forward makes them move faster. We're running out of time. Scene 8. Global chaos begins around the world. Strange events multiplied. Earthquakes with no epicenter. People with glowing eyes disappearing. Machines turning on by themselves. One message appeared on every screen, everywhere. The human weapon has returned. Choose your side. The world was dividing. Some believed Ion was the savior. Others thought he was the threat. Scene 9. The weapon's first test. Subject Zero launched a dark energy attack on a city. Black clouds covered the sky. Buildings turned to ash. Time seemed to slow down. HFY arrived just in time. He raised his hand and absorbed the entire energy wave. The sky turned clear. The city was safe. The people stared at him in silence. In awe, final scene, a choice is coming. Ion stood in the ruined street. He looked at Mira. Saving the world is not the hard part, he said. It's deciding what the world should become after this. Because now, Ion wasn't just defending Earth, he was deciding its future. And deep inside the third gate, something even more powerful was calling him. Ion stood in a white void. No sky, no floor, no sound. And then he heard a deep, soft voice. You are not the first, but you may be the last. He looked around. Strange shapes floated in the air. Memories, timelines, choices. The voice continued. Earth was never just a planet. It was a vault, built to protect the galaxy. From you. Scene 2. The origin of humanity. Ion saw visions. Humans were not born on Earth. They were brought here. Modified, watched, controlled. To hide the original version of humanity, too powerful, too unstable. Some escaped control. Some evolved underground. Some, like Subject Zero, were never meant to wake up. But now, they all were. Scene 3, Subject Zero's final move. Subject Zero stood at the third gate somewhere deep under the Pacific Ocean. He had gathered hundreds of evolved humans. They stood in silence, glowing, waiting. He raised his hands and shouted, No more cages, no more control. We are Earth's truth. The third gate began to open. The water boiled, and something massive started rising from below. Scene 4. The Alien Council's decision, asterisk, far away. The Alien Council had one last meeting. The oldest member spoke. We feared this moment. The Earth weapon has chosen, and we must launch the final protocol. A giant planet-sized weapon began moving. Toward Earth, its mission, erase the planet. Not out of hate, out of fear. Scene 5. Ion versus Subject Zero, asterisk. Ion reached the Pacific Gate. He stood before Subject Zero. They faced each other like fire and ice. Ion shouted, You want freedom, but your freedom will destroy the world. Subject Zero replied, No. Your fear will keep humanity in chains forever. The two charged at each other. A battle of light and shadow. Mind and matter. Past and future. Scene 6. Myra's sacrifice above the battle. The alien weapon charged its main cannon. Myra, watching from Ion's lab, made a decision. She uploaded her full consciousness into the alien network. Her voice echoed through their systems. If you destroy Earth, let him finish what you started. And then she was gone. The alien weapon paused. Scene 7. Ion unlocks his final power during the battle. Ion was injured, but he stood again. He remembered everything. The vision, the buried power, the pain of forgotten people. He looked at Subject Zero. I'm not your enemy, he said. I'm what comes after you. Ion touched the third gate. It exploded into light, absorbing both of them. Scene 8. The aftermath 1 week later. Skies were clear. The alien ships had left. The ocean was calm again, but Ion was gone. No body, No message, just... Across the earth, strange things began to happen. Sick people healed overnight. Old machines started running. The sky shimmered with light. Humanity had changed. Something inside them had awakened. Final scene, voiceover by Mira Backup AI. Soft voice played on one last recording. Ion did not destroy. He did not conquer. He chose to become the bridge between fear and hope. The truth was not that humans were dangerous, but that they were too special to be controlled. And now, they remember. The camera pans up into the stars. Ion's voice echoes faintly. I'm still here, watching, guiding, not as a god, but as a human.